regarding the Shodhan details, means drugs which we can use for particular Shodhan karma. So we had discussed this. What we can use for Virechan. We can use Triphala Gugul, Triphala Kwat along with Gugul and Pimpli Churna. We can go for Triphala Kashaya along with Madhu. I was telling you regarding Navakarshik Kashaya. Navakarshik Kashaya or Navakarshik Gugul is the drug which is mentioned in Vata Rakta Rogadikar, and it contains three parts. Then it contains Gugul 5 parts, and it contains Pimpri. So Navakarshik mainly it is a combination of Triphala, Gugul and Pimpri. So that we can use as a Virechan Kalpa. Then there has been one clinical trial which has used this Trivrut Churna 5 gram, Aragvad Palamajja 50 gram, 50 gram of Triphala Bharad, and they have made a decoction out of it, and this decoction was taken in a quantity of 80 ml, and along with this 80 ml decoction, 2 tablets of Abhayadi Modak and 50 ml of Eranda Tel was used as a Virechan yoga, and they could find a wonderful results in case of urticaria with this yoga which was used as a Virechan Kalpa. So for Virechan we can go for either of these. Then Rakta Mokshan is also one of the Sadhya Phaladai Chikitsa in case of management of urticaria. So Rakta Mokshan we can use Mahatikta Ghruta as a Abhyanta Snehapan Dravya, and we can give a Snehan for 3 to 4 days, and then we can go for Siraved, and that way we can do the Rakta Mokshan. Now after the Shodhan there comes the Shaman Chikitsa. For Shaman Chikitsa, Charak Samhita has mentioned Udarda Prashaman Mahakashaya, use of Katutai and Mustadi Churna. In Bhaishyaja Ratnavali there is use of Amrutadi Kashaya, there is use of Yashti Madhu Churna with Sharkara, or there is use of Yashtadi Kwat. Then there is a mention of Amalki Churna plus Guda. There is mention of Yavani plus Gud, Amruta plus Haridra plus Nimbatva with Dhanvayas Kashaya along with Madhu is also one of the combination which is mentioned for the management of urticaria. Then this is a classical yoga which is found to be very effective in management of urticaria. Half karsha of Krishna Marit Churna is given with 1 karsha of Gogrut early morning, and these use of this Krishna Marit Churna along with Gruta, empty stomach in the morning, helps to reduce the urticaria very effectively. So this is one of the wondrous combination or wondrous formulation which is mentioned in Ayurvedic classics. Marich is known as a potent antipruritic or the potent Chita Pitta Dravya. Then there is also a mention of Agni Mantha Moola along with Gogrut. We can also use Pakwa Gambhari Fal along with Godukta. That is, we have to make a Kshir Pak of it and we can go for it. This Gambhari Pakwa Fal, when it is cooked with Godukta and Kshira Pak is prepared, that is also one of the remedy which is mentioned in Bhaishyaja Ratnavali. Then these are the drugs which are mentioned in Bhaishyaja Ratnavali: Haridra Khanda, Bruhat Haridra Khanda, Adrak Khanda, Shita Pitta Prabhanjan Ras, that can be used either with Gud or Madhu. Then we can go for Siddha Makardhwaj Ras along with Adrak Swaras. There is mention of Vishweshwar Ras along with Sendav and Bhrungaraj Swaras. Then also there is mention of Shleshwa Pittantak Ras, and it can be used along with Sharkara and Madhu. And we can use Haridra, Pimpli Churna, Gud and Shunti as Anupana for these yogas. Bhav Prakash has mentioned Navakarshi Gugul. Then there is also a mention of Trikatu plus Sharkara, Amalki Churna plus Gud, Trikatu plus Yavakshar plus Ajmoda, Adrak Swaras plus Puran Gud, Ajmoda plus Gud. These are the various combinations or the yogas which are mentioned in Bhav Prakash Samhita. Chakradatta has mentioned Amrutadi Kwat. Then he has also mentioned the use of Agni Mantha Mool along with Grut. Then There is also a mention of Gambhari Phal Shirapak. Yog Ratnakar has mentioned Vardhaman Pimpli Rasayan and Vardhaman Lasun Prayog in case of management of urticaria. And when it comes to the use of various lepas, Durva plus Haridra Kalka, then Sarshap, Haridra, and Chakwad, that is Prapunna, they are mixed with Tila Kalka and it is applied with Sarshap tel. Then we can also go for Nimbapatra Churna along with Gogrut and Amalki Churna. Then we can use Siddhartha plus Rajni plus Kushta combination. And this is very easily available. We can use Karpur along with Narikel oil. Whenever there is eruptions, we can just mix a Karpur with Narikel oil and we can apply. Then for Udvartan, we can go for Eladigan Churna with Sarshap tel, or we can go for Prapunda with Til plus Katu tel. Katu tel is what we call as Sarshap oil. Then for Abhyanga, we can go for Yavakshar, rock salt and Sarshap oil. So these are the various external measures which we can use in management of urticaria. So in short, whatever drugs we use in urticaria, they are Tridoshagna type of things. They are mainly Pittahar, and along with Pitta Shaman, they also ensures the Vata and Kapha dosha Shaman. So the mainstay of the treatment is we have to control the Pitta dosha, and we have to also maintain the we have to also palliate the vitiation of the Rakta Dhatu. So we have to, as I've told earlier, these are the basic treatment principles like Agni Vardhan, Rakta Prasadan, Anta Parimarjan, Kapha Vatagna and Vatanuloman, Daha Prashaman, Rakta Shodhan, Kandu Prashaman, Bahi Parimarjan and Apunarvav. So whole line of treatment just revolves around these principles. And when we come to the proprietary medicines, the Alarkhand, which is prepared by Charak Pharmaceutical, is one of the useful drug or one of the effective drug which we get easily available in the market. Then Artiplex is also one of the combination made by the Charak Pharmaceutical, and that is also easily available. And both Alarkhand and Artiplex has got wondrous result in management of the urticaria. Haridra Khanda is of course a main drug of choice, or the it is a drug which we use for long term in case of management of urticaria. So any treatment will not be effective unless we follow the proper Pathya. So here I have mentioned what is like a classical reference has been put up for the urticaria. So in contrast to urticaria, Acharyas has mentioned Jirnashali, Jangal Mouse, Trifala, Madhu, Mudgayush, Kulat, Ushnodak, Karkotak Shak, Karavellak Shak, Mulak Yush, Dadim Phal, Shikru Shak. These are all Pathya. And in Pathya, Acharyas have. I think someone's mic is on. So
Sarika Jadhav, madam, please mute your mic. Carry on, ma'am.
So the Apatya includes Kshira Vikar, that is any preparation which is made with the help of milk. Then Chardi Nigra, that is Veg Vidaran, Ikshu Vikar, Diva Swap, fish. Then Audak Maunsa, Snana, Naveen Madhya, Atap Sevan, Viruddhahar, Vyayam, Ati Snigdha Sevan, Ati Amla, Ati Madhur, Guru Annapan. These are considered as Apatya for the urticaria. So when we are like treating a disease, after the resolution of the symptoms, we should ensure that a patient will observe strict dietary restrictions and they'll follow this Patya, and that will help us to like avoid the relapse or the recurrence of the disease. So any treatment without Patya Patya Palan remains incomplete. So Patya Patya is also one of the important part of the management when particularly the skin diseases are considered. So with this, I end up with my talk. So I hope I could uh, give you a detailed insight of the urticaria and Shita Pitta according to the modern perspectives and the Ayurvedic perspectives. If you people have any doubts or any queries regarding the topic, please feel free to ask. I would like to resolve them. And with that, I end up with my talk.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am, for your excellent experience words on Ayurvedic management of urticaria, and it will be definitely useful to our delegates in their practice. Uh, the session is now open for question and answer. We will take 1 minute break. We request all delegates, please put your queries in the regarding today's subjects in the chat box only. Thank you.
So I could see a few of question over here. So this Gogrut and Krishna Marich, it is useful in Shita Pitta, not in Kotha. Generally, it is said that ki Kotha has to have a specific etiology. Generally, it is usually followed by Panchakarma Ayog. So that is the main difference of main difference between Shita Pitta and Kotha. And again, Shita Pitta is of Vatic predominance and Kotha has got Pitta predominance in it. So Marich being a Ushna Tikshna Dravya, it is useful in Shita Pitta and not in Kotha.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry for interrupt you. Can we take questions for you?
Yes, yes. Okay, that is also okay. Otherwise, I can read the chat box, and if I miss out any question, then you can just point it out. So that will avoid the delay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You can continue.
Okay, okay. So second question I could see over here is what should be the line of treatment in case of recurrent episodes? So first, in management of recurrent episodes of urticaria, we have to just try to find out the triggering factors, and if we can find out any trigger, we have to withdraw the trigger, and then considering the Ayurvedic management, as I've said, we have to use Haridra Khanda for the long term. Then we can use Suchekhar Ras to deal with the Agni Mandya in case of recurrent episodes. And if a patient is suffering from excessive daha along with the urticaria, then we can add up with the Kamduda Ras or the Moktik Yukta Kamduda, or we can also add Gairik Pralep with the Gogrut. So basically, for the recurrent episodes, we have to perform a Shodhan Chikitsa. That's like when a patient comes to you with the acute rash, that time we can use Haridra Khanda, and for immediate relief, the Raktamokshan remains the mainstay of the treatment. It's like whenever there is acute rash and we do the Raktamokshan, within a few hours, patient experiences a good result with the Raktamokshan. We may not be able to give Snehapan and all in that case, but we just can ask the patient to consume a glass full of milk along with Guda just to cause the Utklesh, and then we can immediately perform the Sadhya Rakta Mokshan in that case. So that Sira Ved or the Sadhya Rakta Mokshan will give a prompt relief from the symptoms like itching, and it will also resolve the erythematous rashes. And then in those patients, we can advocate or administer Haridra Khanda or Kamduda, or we can also go for various kalpas which we have discussed earlier. And in these patients, when the acute rash is subsided, then we can consider about Virechan karma, or we can also consider giving Vaman. So according to me, whatever my experience is, Vaman is a little difficult process, and the patient doesn't get easily convinced for Vaman. But Virechan is which is very easy to, means that way comparatively easy to perform. So we can convince the patient for Virechan. And what I follow in my practice is when we can't give Vaman and we are directly going for Virechan, so in those patients, I usually use Chitrakadivati or Mustashunti or Hingvashtak Shuno. So any Deepan Pachan I give for 3 to 4 days, and then I administer Snehapan. In case of urticaria, we can go for Panchatikta Grut or Mahatikta Grut. And then after proper Snehapan, we can go for Virechan, and Virechan yogas we have already discussed. And then after Virechan, we have to give a Sansarjan Kram according to the type of Shuddhi we achieve. So it can be of 3 days or 5 days or 7 days. And after that diet regimen or the Sansarjan Kram, again we have to administer Snehapan for 3 to 4 days. Maybe that time we can use a higher dose. That means we can give 100 ml, 150 ml, and 200 ml of Snehapan for as a Purva Karma. And then we have to give Sarvanga Abhyanga, and we have to go ahead with the Siraved or Rakta Mokshan. So that Virechan followed by Rakta Mokshan will be the Sanshodhan will be this line of treatment for the recurrent management of recurrent episodes. So after initial palliation or symptomatic relief, we have to go for Shodhan, and in Shodhan we can consider Virechan and then Rakta Mokshan, the way I have discussed now. Oh, please show the slides of different skin diseases. You are talking about, if I'm not wrong, this is regarding the differential diagnosis slides which I had shown. So I'll try to show them. I guess organizers have not, okay, yeah. So this is typical urticarial rash with the wheals. This is typical angioedema. This is a rash of dermatographism. Then this is erythema multiforme, where we can see a bullseye. Then this is urticarial vasculitis. We can see the erythematous, and even we can see the margins, and the skin is that way elevated. These are the bullaes. Bullaes are more common in pemphigus type of rashes, pemphigus vulgaris, pemphigus. So this is a rash, or this is a skin condition which is called as bullous rash. This is erysipelas. Erysipelas can be differentiated from urticaria with these elevated margins. So I guess this was the pictures of the other skin rashes. Then the next question I could see here is best medicine for itching in Ayurveda for urticaria. Haridra Khanda remains the main medicine for itching in Ayurveda. If with Haridra Khanda patient is not getting result, then you can add on to Trivanga Bhasma or Vanga Bhasma. So that depends upon the prakriti of the patients and other associated symptoms. If with Haridra Khanda patient not getting result, then you can and a patient is having a burning sensation and all, then you can add on to Kamduda Ras or Moktik Yukta Kamduda. If the patient has got dryness and we can see skin is little dry, then instead of using any other drug, we should prefer Panchatikta Ghrut Guggu, or we can also give Panchatikta Ghrut orally in Shaman Matra. So basically, for itching, the best drug according to Ayurveda for urticaria is Haridra Khanda. It can be add on with Trivanga Bhasma or Vanga Bhasma, or we have also have Kandugna Mahakashaya. So that also we can add when itching is severe. And as I said, in acute management, Rakta Mokshan will help us a lot to reduce the itching. How to overcome from cetirizine dependency. So we see many of the patients, they go on using this cetirizine for months and years. So what we have to do is we have to gradually taper down the dose. So if they are using 10 milligram every day, then we have to ask them to use it alternatively, and we should add on to our Ayurvedic line of treatment. And once we make it alternate, then from cetirizine we have to shift to levocetirizine, and then we can withdraw the complete H1 antihistaminic. So it's like if we immediately withdraw them from the antihistaminics or the H1 histaminics, the patient starts getting exacerbated rash or the severe type of rash. So in that case, we have to taper down the dose. We have to taper the dose of the cetirizine. Then we can switch over to levocetirizine, and then gradually we can withdraw the entire H1 blockers. Treatment of angioedema. Angioedema is generally a self-limiting condition, but it can be a fatal. There can be complication. So for angioedema, we have to depend on the modern line of treatment. Use of corticosteroid is usually advisable when there is severe form of angioedema, because patient can land up into the laryngeal spasm or the bronchospasm when there is angioedema. So when it is severe, or we can make out the severity of it, then we should use corticosteroid for short term. In case of Ayurvedic management for angioedema, we can use Arogyavardhini Vati and Samir Pannagras for the treatment purpose if angioedema is not severe. Difference in treating Shita Pitta, Udarda and Kot, it is same. For when we are dealing with Shita Pitta, we have to consider Vata dosha. When we are dealing with Udarda, we have to consider a Kapha dosh, and when we are dealing with Kotha, we have to mainly consider Pitta. So if in Shita Pitta we are going for Haridra Khanda, then in case of Udarda, we should go for Kafagna Dravyas. For example, for Udarda, we can use Trivanga Bhasma or Vanga Bhasma, or even in that case, we can go for Arogyavardhini Vati. And when we are treating the Kotha, then we have to consider Kamduda Ras, or we can go for Gaidik Churna use. And as I've said, Kotha is generally due to Panchakarma Mithya Yog. So we have to treat that Ayog of the Karma, and then we should administer the other line of treatment. Again, the same question, what should be the differential points for the diagnosis and treatment? Shita Pitta is Vatadhikya, Udarda is Kafadhikya, Koth is generally Pittadhikya. So accordingly, we have to make a diagnosis and we have to treat. So means it's not like that ki we can't use Haridra Khanda for the management of Udarda. It's definitely not like that. But when it is Udarda and it is more, there is more itching, then we have to even consider sometimes Khadir Arishta in case of Udarda. Khadir is one of the potent antipruritic drug. but Khadir generally causes Vata Prakop, or it is Ruksha in nature. So when it is Shita Pitta, we can't use Khadirarishta for itching management. But if it is Udarda, then we can go for Khadirarishta, because Khadirarishta is a best drug for the itching. But as it is Ruksha in nature, or it can cause Vata Prakop, we generally don't prefer Khadirarishta for Shita Pitta. So that way it is. So just keep in mind, when we are treating Shita Pitta, we have to keep Vata dosha on our mind. When we are treating Udarda, we have to keep Kapha dosha at the center. Along Pitta is all there in all three. So Pitta, Shaman, Chikitsa has to be there in all three of them. But while treating Shita Pitta, along with Pitta, we have to keep Vata dosha on mind. When treating Udarda, along with Pitta, we have to keep Kapha dosha on our mind. And when treating Kotha, along with Pitta, we have to consider the etiopathogenesis, or we have to remove the etiological factor. Proprietary medicine or the creams for we get Bruhan Marichadi Tel. We can apply Bruhan Marichadi Tel. The best drug which I use in practice is lactocalamine or Calapure lotion. So lactocalamine or the Calapure lotion is the best proprietary medicine which is used as a local application for the management of urticaria. It's like with the Calapure lotion or lactocalamine, within minutes patient get the soothing effect, and they are relieved from the at least that itching sensation or the pricking pain, they get relieved of. So we can go for Calapure lotion or lactocalamine if we have to apply it on face. Then if Ayurvedic preparations we have to consider, then Bruhan Marichadi Tel is available. As a home remedy, we can use that baking soda with water. And also in traditional use, there is a tradition of using kokum, rukshamla, that is kokum is dissolved in water, or we get a syrup of it, and that is applied on body. So that is also one of the home remedy. And I have told earlier as well, we can use karpur along with the narikel tel. So these are the medicines which we can consider for local application. What you will suggest when there is drug-induced urticaria in emergency. So in any urticarial emergency, first we have to give a anti-allergic, and that is antihistaminic drug. We can give injection Avil. If it only with Avil patient is not getting relief, then we can use injection Dexa. So corticosteroids and antihistaminic injectable remains the treatment option when we are managing urticaria in emergency. So 1 cc of Avil and 1 cc of Dexa, or if it is severe, then 1 cc Avil, 2 cc Dexa, or 2 cc Avil, 1 cc Dexa. Any of the permutation combination will help us to get rid of the urticaria in emergency. What should be the line of treatment in child? So when a child comes to us with the recurrent urticaria, the drug of choice according to the modern medicine, we give the syrup levocetirizine. That is, we get syrup 1 AL as a trade name. And second, what I would like to emphasize on, when we are dealing with the child and they are having recurrent urticaria, we have to deworm them. We have to give either syrup Mebex if they are 2 years and above. Then we have to give mebendazole 5 ml twice a day for 3 days, or we can give albendazole 200 milligram if below 2 years, and 400 milligram if above 2 years. So start dose of any deworming, either albendazole or 3 days course of mebendazole is recommended when there is child with a recurrent urticaria, because sometimes they have parasites and that parasites act as a triggering factor for the urticaria. So along with the antihistaminics, we have to deworm them, and there is no harm giving deworming. So better to practice a use of deworming when it comes to the treatment of the child. In case of Ayurveda, when we have to treat the child, then we can go for Haridra Khanda only. We get a powder form of Haridra Khanda also. So we can dissolve that half tablespoon or say 250 to 500 milligram of Haridra Khanda with lukewarm water, or we can also mix it with honey, and we can give that to a pediatric age group.